Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at XLM. So, obviously with XRP pumping, which we've seen this morning and, we've been talking about on that video, there's a very realistic case to put forward for XLM about to do a pump. So what we often see, and XLM's chart is far superior, I'd say, structure-wise to XRP. XRP has a great long-term chart, always has done, but XLM, on the daily, looks extremely well presented. It's got a behaviour that I very much appreciate. But on top of that, it has and does often move in the shadows of XRP. So clearly we are all aware of what's going on with XRP. This is XRP now, really just blowing off its top from this previous resistance zone. So 1, 2, 3 and away, really just going to town. Then what we see with XLM is it doesn't really have those kind of long-standing resistance zones. It's basically making higher highs each time it goes for it, whereas XRP is kind of a little bit different to that. What we have instead, we have a parabolic top, retrace consolidation, parabolic top, retrace consolidation, parabolic top, retrace consolidation, and now it looks as though it is actually gearing up for another one of these big moves. Now these moves, first of all, that was due to XRP. Secondly, that was due to some kind of deal with the Ukrainian government for a CBDC. This was a follow-through based upon the chart, and this looks as though it's going to move out of, on the coattails of XRP. So each one of these pumps, regardless of how they were generated, so XRP pump, Ukrainian CBDC pump, actual TA analysis pump, I suppose, we're looking for a new all-time high on this one. So that is an estimation based upon its previous price action that, first of all, it's structured. Secondly, moves because of a variety of different methods, but still basically holds a higher high, higher low structure. So there's no reason for me to dispute that this won't make a new all-time high any minute. And then as far as that's concerned, how are we going to work out where it's going to go to? Well, I mean, we could try and put a pitchfork in on this one if you like. We could try that one, so we could do it from these highs here. That's not exactly going to work. It's going to be too messy. The other thing we could look at doing is working out how high have we pumped on these occasions. From the bottom, that's 188%. From the bottom, that was a 227%. From I suppose from this bottom, that was a 159%. So if we measure it from this bottom, which I suppose is fair, we have currently gone 70%. It would be reasonable to assume that we could get possibly a 50% move out of it right now, bringing us to, roughly speaking, and again, this is no real way to work it out, but it's just an estimation, 50% move could take us up to about 79 cents. That sounds about fair. If you think about what XRP is doing currently, it's going beyond people's imaginations. It wouldn't surprise me if we see something like that. Now, time frame wise, it's all about getting in at the right time. Obviously, if you want to get the best trade, the best trade would have been any time we touch this 10 exponential. 1, 2, 3 opportunities. This could be the one that takes us to the next level. Let's have a look at the weekly, see what the weekly's suggesting. So we've had a long-term continuation trend line form from all the way back down here. This is still in play. There's nothing to suggest that this is anything other than a continuation from this conversion baseline crossover here, which is definitely still in play. We're looking for an all-time high on this one, possibly into the 70-cent zone, starting anytime immediately, based upon the health and pumping of XRP. So I like the way it's shaping up, obviously, but it's got to remember that this isn't doing it on its own back. This isn't its own. It's not moving on its own merit. However, the chart has a nice structure to it, and if we continue with this structure, remember this was an XRP pump. This was a CBDC announcement pump. This was a real pump. You can see the real pump is much better in the way that it continued for a longer period of time. These ones basically went straight up and consolidate, straight up, consolidate. This one took a lot longer. This is why we like TA better than buying the rumour, selling the news. So I would expect if this doesn't pump today or over the weekend, then it may not pump Okay, so remember, it's doing what XRP is doing. It's not doing its own thing. There's no real reason for it to I suppose make these moves, other than I suppose the chart structure, but it's just timing. You know, if this did it on its own, it would be fine, but it's not. It's doing it because XRP is doing it, so it limits I suppose the possibilities of it having a sustained move. However, you know, anything is possible. The chart is neat, the chart is structured, the weekly chart is very strong for continuation, but personally, you know, if XRP is doing a decent move, I think XLM is likely to benefit from that move just by default. But overall, when we look at the two charts, I do favour the, at least on the daily anyway, and on the weekly I suppose, short-term weekly, XLM. I do prefer this chart. It does look better than this, which obviously looks, well, it's a fine mess. But you know, you'll have to watch my XRP video that I made earlier on this morning to recognise, you know, why I'm actually still pretty bullish on this in the long term. But XLM is the more structured chart. Anyway, looking for a new all-time high, possibly into the 70-cent zone, maybe a bit higher. Who knows? Who knows? But usually this is the way it goes, and this is what I'd expect from it. And again, it's less TA involved in this than it is expectation of its behaviour, which it shares that strong relationship with XRP. Anyway, I'll leave it with you there. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice weekend. Join the Patreon, join the Telegram, join everything. All the links in the description below, and take it easy.